Hey everyone! So a couple of videos ago, I did a flip through of this entire setup and I mentioned I was going to go through each section one by one in more detail. And then in my last video, I went through the first section, which is my master plan. For now, I'm going to skip over my yearly section just because it's a very small section and I'm going to combine it with a video about different things to track in your planner. So for today, we're going to skip to the monthly section. This is my monthly spread, but this is the front page of my monthly spread. So this is basically my forward planning. It has the days 1 through 30 here. Also a spot for 31 for those months that have 31 days. And I use this page to note things that come up that I haven't yet planned for. So for instance, today is the 15th and I planned through the 21st already. But if anything comes up this week, for next week or the following weeks, I note it here. So these are things besides like calendar dates. If it's like meetings or events, I put that on my Google Calendar. But it's like due dates or on this day, I want to check the status of my daughter's passport. So it's those kind of notes. I'll show you in May. So we're in April right now, but if anything pops up for May, I'll just note it here. Any due dates, bills due, projects due, stuff like that. So that way when I'm ready to plan this month or when I'm planning my weeks, I can just reference this calendar and transfer this onto those monthly or weekly calendars. So that's my forward planning. And then this is the main spread. I use this for project planning. So everything is color coded. All these dot stickers and strip stickers are from my shop. I'll put the link in the description below. And here's a good example of my color coding. So the ecru color is for personal items. The black color is for shop items. And the taupe color is for content. I love color coding so I can see at a quick glance if I'm looking for some specific project for the shop, like, oh, what week are we shipping subs? Then I could just look for, the black dots and see it here. So I love color coding. I also like to use removable sticker labels for things that I need to plan out that need to be fluid since they change often. So for instance, our production schedule, I put it on these gray removable labels because it just depends also on my husband's schedule. So this is like tentatively planned out, but because it's on removable sticker paper, I can move these things around. Here in the side column is where I like to put projects that I'm focusing on for the whole week. So for example, this week I'm focusing on some design stuff. This here is for my daughter's school. So here's a good example of how I use this column because my daughter's school state report has 3 parts to it. So I broke the project up into 3 separate weeks so we can evenly spread out the work. So first we're going to work on the report, the next week we're going to work on the slides, and the next week we're going to work on the float. So that's a good example of how I like to use this side column is to break up work for certain projects and kind of batch my work. And then down at the bottom, I like to use this space for projects that I have going on for the month. So a common theme throughout my planner is categorizing things by my top 3 priorities. 1 is wellness, 2 is family, and 3 is business. So down here, my project for wellness is searching for new healthy recipes for my family. My family project is getting my daughter ready for her Nicaragua mission trip. And then my project this month for the business is finalizing my taxes, which I just did, and then catching up on logging my expenses. So yeah, that's how I use this monthly spread. I don't really use this for any appointments, birthdays, or things like that. That is all on my Google Calendar. Sometimes you will see like a wedding, and that's just because I had to prepare, like I had to buy a new dress, I had to buy a gift, we had to find people to watch the girls, stuff like that. So if a birthday or wedding has a few steps I have to do to prepare for it, then I'll put it on here because it counts like a project. Otherwise, all those kind of things go on my Google Calendar. This is just for project planning. And then the back page of my monthly spread is just really a blank notes page. What I use it for is anything that I want to promote on social media. So for example, taking some pictures of our May kit, promoting it on Instagram. And then here is May. So that was April and here's May. I'm going to be planning out May very soon. So I have it ready in here. The next page in my monthly section is just this blank page with sticky notes, and these are for meal planning. I write down our favorite meals on sticky notes and I put it on this page. So the front page are meals that we haven't had yet for the month, blank sticky notes for new recipes that I'm trying to collect right now. And then what I do is when I'm planning out our weekly dinner plans, I look at these sticky notes, I take them off, and I put them on my weekly spread to plan out all our dinners for the week. So here are the dinners that we haven't done yet for the month, and then after we had them, I moved the sticky notes here. And the reason I started doing this system is because we kept repeating meals over and over again and we would all get sick and tired of them. I'm trying to reduce repetition, but also start collecting. I want to collect at least like 30 meal ideas, so that way when I'm planning out our weekly dinners, it's all here and I just have to pick and choose and put it on my weekly plan. And then my next page is an insert I made for myself. Obviously, this is very specific to my shop. This is planning out any monthly releases, so the sub, the free download, any new stickers, any new like accessories, any restock, and any sale. I do have this filled out for April, but because there's a lot of stuff, especially in the subs area, that my customers like to be surprised, I just put a blank one in here so you can see what it looks like without any sub spoilers. The back of that insert are just all the stats for our subs. And then the last page in the section is this important dates insert for more forward planning. So here I have April and May in my planner already, but if any items come up beyond May, I have a space to mark it down. And then when it's time to plan that month, I reference this and transfer that information over into the monthly spread. And the reason I like to do it this way is because I often do carry my planner with me around everywhere, and so I only like to keep 1 or 2 months of my monthly spreads in here, and so this insert is helpful for my forward planning beyond that. So yeah, that is my monthly section. So pretty much anything I have to do on a monthly basis, I keep in this section. So my next video is going to be a plan with me for the month of May. So I'm going to show you how I fill all this out using my master plan. So I'll follow all these steps and take all this information and transfer it into my May spread. If you have any questions about my monthly section, please leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.